Okay, you guys, I give up. I literally don't know where to look at this phone to save my life. Like, I'm trying to find the lens right now. I can't find the lens. I don't know how to look directly at you. Like, it's not happening. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not happening. I've been like testing it out, like trying to be like, oh, do I look at the lens? Do I look like off to the wall over there? Am I looking over here? I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out, but just know that I'm talking at you. You know I'm talking at you. I'm talking to you right now. Anyway, hi bitch. I like saying hi bitch because it's like I'm saying it lovingly. There's so many times when I've been friends with like another girl and I want to be like, oh my god bitch, guess what? But I'm like, will she be put off by being called bitch lovingly? Like, is that not her vibe? Is that your vibe? It doesn't matter because it's my YouTube channel, so I can do whatever I want. Anyway, today I thought I would do a Q&A. I think it's important for people to get a sense of who you are. I'm sorry, my feet are touching the tripod right now. If you want to see me, you gotta pay. But I thought it would be nice if you could get to know me a little better, you know, strengthen the parasocial relationship we have going here. And anybody from high school who's interested, you know, how's Azure doing? Well, she's not dead, so that's pretty good. Now, I wanted to start off with a few questions from my fans. I had like at least like a couple thousand entries. I apologize if I wasn't able to get your question. It's just really hard being so fucking popular, you know? So I picked the best, like 4 or 5, the most thought-provoking questions, and I'd like to start off with those today. So the first question is from New Mama 2002, and she writes, what influenced you to start a YouTube channel? That is a great question. I have always been recording bits and pieces of my life since I think the beginning of high school, but I didn't really have any intentions to upload any of those videos anywhere. It was mainly just for me to look back on occasion. So anytime where I was like, ooh, this is like a really good moment, or like this is a really good memory I want to capture, I would whip out my phone, and then my friends would be like, are you recording? What are you doing? And I'd be like, oh, I'm just making a vlog. Just a little vloggy vlog. It's no big deal. And I'm like, and they're like, is it going up somewhere? I'm like, no. It's just for me to keep for my files. And for what it's worth, it was true. I didn't upload them anywhere. But during last year, I knew I wanted to start a YouTube channel just for fun and mainly to document certain parts of my life and whatnot. I'm not going into the whole YouTuber-ing thing with like the intentions of being like a full-time content creator. I feel like that would take some of the fun out of it. Like, it would be nice if it happens, but I'm not trying to like hustle and grind to like gain like 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm not doing all that. I'm just living my life and talking about the stuff I want to talk about, showing you the stuff I want to show you, and you guys are along for the ride. So last year I finally decided to bite the bullet, and I uploaded my first YouTube video, I think it was on my birthday. I uploaded it July 15th, and ever since then I've been uploading a few videos a month or something. I definitely want to get better at uploading more frequently, at least 2 or 3 videos a month. Maybe. I feel like I've been averaging like 1 to 2, maybe. We'll see. I still have a ton of YouTube videos I need to edit and upload, and I haven't done that yet. The second question is from Target Dropout, and it reads, gummy bears or gummy worms? This is a great question. I don't generally eat gummy candies whatsoever, but if I had to choose, I would probably choose gummy worms. Usually they zhuzh them up a little bit more, so they're like coated in like extra sugar or something. And I also like to like tug on them when I chew them and stuff. There's more going on with a gummy worm scenario than just like a gummy bear where you plop it into your mouth. I know Haribo gummy bears are really popular. I think I had them once and they were ass, but I had them when I was a kid, so maybe that's not actually the case. J-Hope Murphy Surprise 05 asks, OMG, favorite fashion trend right now? So I'm actually kind of pulling a blank. I'm trying to think about the certain trends or aesthetics that are popular right now, but I don't think I care for anything that's happening. I can tell you about a certain era of fashion that I am a big fan of. It was like the 2017, 2018 era where like 90s nostalgia was coming back. So I remember before then, I was like desperately searching online, trying to find a pair of mom jeans that I could buy because I was a little hip to it before everybody else was, okay? And I was searching online and I couldn't find anything. All I could find were like high-waisted skinny jeans. And I wasn't going for like a Fashion Nova look. I wanted like the art ho aesthetic movement. And I remember in 2016, I couldn't find anything. But a couple years later, 2017, 2018, suddenly boom. Okay, mom jeans are kicking. We got like striped t-shirts, like cropped t-shirts, those checkered Vans, the Thrasher hoodies. I love that era of fashion. There's something so like turn of the century. It was just really interesting to watch like a fashion trend like cycle in real time. Like no more were we wearing those like infinity scarves and like galaxy leggings and combat boots, like those, that out. Now it's all about mom jeans and crop top. Claro and Tyler the Creator and Mac DeMarco. Like it was just such like a fun era aesthetically to be a teenager. Oh my gosh, also like the Forever 21 like Hot Cheeto merch. There was just so much like kind of like gaudy but like cool in concept but bad in execution fashion. It was just like loud in like the best ways. So for now, that is my favorite, at least era of fashion so far. I mean, if you want to get more technical, I like every era of fashion. Actually, that's not fucking true. From like the late 90s to like the mid 2000s, there was the era of like over layering everything, like putting mismatched pieces together that don't go together and then walking out the door. Like all of us were dressing like we were on an episode of iCarly, because like that was the fashion, that was the vibe. We didn't have access to all of these fast fashion retailers that we do now. We didn't have Shein or like even like any of like the J fashion retailers. Like none of those things existed. You know, you went to Claire's or Charlotte Russe, or you just got whatever your parents bought you and then you wore it. So that style of fashion, so that whole era was just the snooze. I know we had like Y2K and like McBling, and you know, when they do it right, they do it right, but they were doing it wrong like a lot of the time. Mushroom Girl 69 has 2 questions for me, thank you very much. The first is, how did you develop an exquisite taste in memes? And the second is, what's your favorite thing to do to pass a few hours when you're bored? So I feel like the answer to both of these questions, they go hand in hand. The reason why I'm able to cultivate such an extensive category of memes is because I pass my time consuming content, like hours and hours and hours worth of like wasting my time on like TikTok or YouTube. So that's allowed me to collect a quite extensive list of memes. I was also like really big on Twitter a couple years back, I think in 2019. So I have a whole folder, like 400 files worth of memes that I have yet to share. But basically, I'm on the internet 24/7. I wake up and the first thing I do is get on the internet and consume content. And then sometimes I make content for the internet. But that's what I'm doing when I'm bored. I'm on the internet. Future filmmaker extraordinaire 457 asks me, do you have arachnophobia? What a hyper-specific question to ask me. Kind of. I wouldn't say I have arachnophobia. I feel like I've grown since I was a child, just a little bit. I mean, I am afraid of all bugs, even the ones that are supposed to be cute. So ladybugs, watch the fuck out. Anything that flies, I can't stand. Anything that crawls, I can't stand. Anything that looks like an insect, I can't stand. But I have allowed a spider that's in the corner of my room right now, catching bugs in its web, to exist. to coexist with me, so I think that's a pretty big step up. And our last fan question of the day comes from Illustrating Goblins 23, and they ask, what is your favorite video game? This is such like a tough question for me. Or is it? I think actually my favorite video game is Rhythm Heaven. I love Rhythm Heaven. I will beat anybody's ass day in, day out in Rhythm Heaven. Try me, bitch. I love that game to death. But I feel as though I am not really a gamer girl. I don't super enjoy like playing games. Like, I like watching them. I love watching like Let's Players play video games, but the act of playing the game is more stressful than just sitting back and watching somebody else be like shit at a game. I remember I like really love Undertale, right? So I bought a copy in like 2019 and I played it myself, and I never finished it because I got to the last fight with Asgore and I thought to myself, this is like too stressful and lame, and I'd rather just like watch somebody else play it. And I also thought to myself, I'm more of like a story person. It was difficult for me to follow along with the story as I was actively in it, strangely enough. So I definitely prefer to watch people play video games. But some of my favorite games, Nier Automata, I love Nier. Well, I love Nier Automata, not so much the other Nier games, sorry. I'm playing Persona 5 Royale right now. It's okay. It's alright. I wish I could date Ryuji, but, you know, we can't all be winners here, I guess. Life is Strange is pretty good. I love Undertale. I love to watch people play horror games as well. So, if any of you know of, like, Scary Game Squad, I fucking love Scary Game Squad. And so I watch them play games like the second Outlast. I like Outlast in general. Until Dawn. I really like RPG Maker games. Dating sims are fun. I feel like if I ever became like a streamer, I would be playing like dating sims non-stop. Or like light novels that are more gamey than they are novels. Because the thing about light novels is that they're just fucking books with pictures. So you're just reading most of the time, and then like every 3 to 6 hours you get to make a choice. So, you know, those kinds of games though, I do really enjoy. Oh my god, Last of Us! Not the second one. But the first one is good. There's just so many. There's too many. But thank you to all of my lovely, adoring fans. I love you guys so much, and thank you for participating. What's an unexpected movie that makes you cry? Okay, so you guys are gonna be like, bitch, what? But I always cry at the end of Evangelion. There's something so like beautiful about like the message of that movie. Like, I know it ends really crazy like, right? But it's not like completely like nonsensical. Like, the themes are there and they make sense and they're so powerful, and it makes me cry. And when I watched the very last Evangelion movie, I also cried for like 2 days straight. I kid you not. I was like crying for hours and hours and hours on end. And I didn't even get that fucking movie. That movie I didn't even like that much, but I still cried at the end. We might as well make that another question. What's like my favorite like TV show? So for anime, it's like Evangelion, then Samurai Champloo, then I love Attack on Titan. I also love Pretty Cure. I love Madoka Magica. I love magical girl anime. I love The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I feel like that anime like shaped my personality for the worst. I don't know. Haruhi is like the queen of manifestation before I even knew like what manifestation was. That's basically the plot of that show, is she's just really good at like manifesting stuff. I love K-On! I love Panty and Stocking. I love Soul Eater. I had like the Western cartoon phase before I had the anime phase, and then I fell off quite aggressively. I really like South Park. I love Family Guy. American Dad is good. Futurama was good. I had like a huge Futurama phase. I like Bob's Burgers and King of the Hill, like all of those shows. What is my fashion inspo? Oh, the sun is like the sun. But I really enjoy Japanese fashion a lot. I feel like there's not one particular style that I'm interested in per se. I don't know. I just like what I like. What's your zodiac sign? My zodiac sign is Cancer. I was born on July 15th. I don't remember what my rising is or anything like that, because that's when like the zodiac's astrology. I guess I could just look it up right now. Okay, one second, you guys. This website is saying I'm a Cancer, Sun, Scorpio rising. Sensitive voyeur. There is something deeply sexual, mysterious, and secretive and exciting about this conference. What the fuck is going on? Okay, yeah, I went to the site. It says I'm a Sun, Cancer, Moon, Capricorn, Scorpio rising, medium, Coeli, Leo, I don't know. Do you consider yourself religious or spiritual? Yes. I actually feel like I need to go back to church a little. My mom and I originally were like non-denominational Christians, but I feel like now we're just kind of like spiritual, you know, and whatever that means to you, basically. I think the Bible is also super interesting. Like, anybody who read the Bible and was like, this is boring, did not read the Bible. What's your favorite season and why? I love Christian Girl Autumn. Autumn is my favorite season. I love it when all the colors get warm and it gets like cool but not cold yet, and pumpkin and cinnamon is in the air, and everything gets like, oh, it's starting to get a little spooky before things start getting family and Christmassy, and I love it. I love it. Would you rather live by the oceans or in the mountains? I would rather live by the ocean. I want a house by the beach. I am manifesting a house by the beach, or like at least like a porch, like looking directly at it, at the sea. Who's the best movie villain? Amy Dunn. She's my Joker. Everybody who's watching this video needs to go look up, this is on YouTube, swipe up and look up the Cool Girl monologue and watch it and think about what the fuck she said. Okay? Okay. General social media obsessions. So, I am a big fan of YouTube. I exclusively watch YouTube pretty much. YouTube is like my television, basically. Okay. And some of the favorite phases of YouTube that I have were my like Let's Player phase, when like Let's Playing was very profitable and everybody was a fucking Let's Player. The J-Vlogger phase, like back in 2015 to, when did that die? Maybe 2018, 2019. So for J-Vloggers, the people I was into the most were like Venus Angelic, Dakota Rose, obsessed with Dakota Rose. Like, I just love the concept of like landing like a modeling contract off of like a few like face app photos. I love any like vlogger or YouTuber who I just feel like I want to like live in their world. Like Dakota Rose created so seamlessly and effortlessly like a world that I wanted to live in. Like, I want to go to there. And all she was doing was like turning up like the gamma or the exposure really high and like sitting like this in front of her camera and like to this angle, barely moving, and being like, konnichiwa, hisashiburi desu. But like the music, the hairstyling, everything about it, I was just, it was such a vibe. I also like Taylor R. I feel like Taylor, like early Taylor R was very much just, she was in her, you know, she was in her Living Doll era. We've all had that. But like if Dakota Rose had like cared about like forming a parasocial relationship with her audience, that was Taylor. And also she's just like so quirky and like optimistic about life. I love like watching her vlogs, even like when she left Japan. Like I still watch her now. Watch her have her baby Levi, Slay, like who else? I watched Charla in Japan on occasion, off and on. Sunday love her, still watch her. The way she like edits her videos and creates like a seamless vibe, a seamless universe for me to like immerse myself in and like watch her do random shit in. It's so good, and I want to be like that good at like content creation. Like the beauty community drama. Oh, I miss that era so much. All of them people were messy as fuck, but it was so entertaining. Mukbangers, when they were a big thing. It just feels like during that era with like the beauty community and like exposing people, like I miss when like everybody was on like, you know, on the edge of their seat, like who's gonna get exposed next? When everybody was like watching like Shane Dawson, like he would put out his like 40-minute YouTube drama special, and it feels like everybody and their mother was like, okay, time to sit down and watch the new Shane Dawson video like together as a community. I miss that. I miss that era. It was so much fun. The drama channels, like, oh, it was such a sad day when you would like, you know, check in to see, you know, what the drama channels were talking about, and they started talking about TikTok influencers. They started to talk about 15-year-olds and their drama. Seriously. I was like, uh-oh, I'm aging out. Let me think of any other personal questions before I finish this video off. I feel like this is shaping up to be a very long video. Eek. What I'm currently listening to right now, I'm listening to a lot of Crystal K. I feel like I am in my Crystal K M-Flow. Like, I'm trying to find more like circa 2007 Japanese R&B slap bang bops. So I really like Japanese artists that I really like. I really like M-Flow. I love Crystal K. I love Shinaringo. I love Yuko Ando. I love Amori Seiko. I love Rip Slime. Oh, I'm also like a K-pop stan. Like I'm a K-pop fan. Let me say that. I'm not a stan. I don't give a shit about any of like the constant drama and arguments that are constantly being drummed up in the K-pop fandom. I honestly could give two fucks. But I love to watch pretty girls in pretty outfits dance on stage. That's my everything. I am a girl group stan. I do not listen to boy groups. My alt group was in fact GOT7, but when they left, so did I. In terms of like boy groups, like the girl groups are where it's at. I'm sorry. But I love Twice. I love Red Velvet. I'm really liking New Jeans so far. Really liking them. I like Billy. I like Billy's first album the best. Everything else was kind of hit or miss. I like Future Funk. I like City Pop. I do like Gorillaz. I like Blur. Kendrick Lamar. I like Tyler the Creator. I like plenty of other artists too. I just can't like think of them right now, and it's been like an hour and my back hurts from sitting up. So the first question is, what is your love language? Now I went onto, what is it? Like the 5 love languages website. I can pull it up. And here's what I got. I got physical touch, words of affirmation, and then quality time. And then the last 2 are acts of service and receiving gifts. I will tell you one fun fact about me. I am not a gift person at all whatsoever. I don't care for receiving gifts. I really don't like giving gifts. Like, I'm not wired that way. Like, it sparks very little to no joy in me. I also feel like I'm just like a shit gift giver as well. I just really prefer, you know, when somebody's like, here's my Amazon shopping like wish list or whatever, and then I can just buy something off of there. Like, just tell me what you want and then I'll give it to you. But I'm not like thoughtful in that department. So I can't be like, oh my gosh, she loves Hello Kitty stuff and I just stumbled upon this Hello Kitty thing. I should get this for her. Like, my brain doesn't work that way. I'm like, oh, Hello Kitty, and then I keep walking. But I feel like the other like top 3 kind of speak for themselves. I'm usually cooped up in my room 24/7. So there's not a whole lot of physical touch happening in my life on a day-to-day basis. That's not true. I hug my mom every day. That's about it. And then I feel like I like quality time a little bit more, I mean, if it came to like a relationship, then words of affirmation would be very important to me. But I also just love like being in the same room as somebody that I care about and just like existing in the same space as them. Like, we don't have to talk, we can just, and like that's everything to me. Out of all of your family members, who are you closest to? My mother. She has raised me practically herself for 22 years. So I am very close to her. I mean, I technically have like other family members, but I don't know them at all. Do you want to have kids one day? No. I just don't have a whole lot of patience, and I don't want to share, and I don't want to, I have like so many goals and things I want to do and like experience I want to have before I have to sacrifice almost all of those things to take care of a kid for the rest of my life. I'm just not interested in doing that at all. And the only time I can imagine myself like being a mother is if I was like deeply, like madly, like knock me out, I come back as a different person and I'm like, yes, I want to have your babies. And did you hear what I said? I said your babies. I should not be having children. It's just not, it's not gonna be in the cards for me. Okay, it's not happening. Do you believe in soulmates? Kind of, yeah. Like, I feel like people are placed in your life so you can learn from them, good or bad lessons, and then either they're in your life for a really long time, or not very long, or for like a medium amount of time, and then they're gone. People are only really in your life for as long as they need to be, not necessarily as long as you want them to be. So, soulmates? Sure. I'm not opposed to the idea. Why not? Yeah. What has your hardest goodbye in life been so far? My cat, Mr. Jacobs, he died in 2019, and he went off to heaven without me, which was really, really audacious of him to do. But I love him. Shout outs to Mr. Jacobs. What's a talent you wish you had or that you're working on? Okay, learning Japanese. So I've been learning Japanese on and off forever, and I still only know like baby's level, like N5, not even level of Japanese. Oh well. Who was the last person to make you cry and why? My manager. It was like a whole thing, but it wasn't a whole thing. And also, it wasn't technically my manager's fault per se, but I got into like a little bit of a tiff with a rude customer, and then my manager was like, well, you know, you don't want to escalate anything, so when, you know, a customer gets really like disrespectful to you, you're just supposed to shut up, because if you don't shut up, then it might make our customer service rating worse, and it's already pretty bad, and so you should just, you know, pretend like you're not offended when somebody throws ice cream at you. It was this old ass fucking white dude in a little vroom vroom stroller thing. I could fucking take him, and I knew it. And I also didn't even say anything. He just threw like ice cream at me and then like wheeled away. And I went, bye, bye, why are you still talking to me? Bye. And then he had somebody else ring him up. Anyway, after my manager said that, I had to go to the bathroom and like dry heave for like 30 minutes because I couldn't stop crying because I hate working in retail. But like, who loves working in retail? That's the thing. Like, some people like it maybe, or they've just managed to like, you know, move up in the ranks of like a manager position. Like, they can just handle being a manager in retail. Like, do any managers in retail like doing that as a career? Do you guys? It's just, I don't know. Next question. Where do you hope to be 5 years from now? 10? 15? Having fun. Whatever it is I'm doing, this is my goal for the next 10 years. Whatever it is I'm doing, I swear to God, I hope desperately that I'm having fun. I kind of don't care where it is I end up, as long as I'm having like a good time and like enjoying my life. Like, I want to fully enjoy my life. I feel like I haven't done that yet, or I've enjoyed my life sometimes, but it's just like sometimes, and I want to enjoy my life more often than like every once in a while. Like I want to have stuff to look forward to. I feel like it was so easy when I was a kid to be excited for things and to look forward to things, even little things like, oh my gosh, like this YouTuber that I like to watch uploaded a new video, yay, I can't wait to watch that when I get home. Like that was like the last time, that was like when I was 15. That was the last time I feel like I could ever like had something to look forward to. Now not a whole lot excites me, and I don't know why. I want to be laughing all the time like Kamala is laughing all the time. Like she just has so much like joy, like carefree joy within her. I want whatever it is she's having. I need that so desperately. When you can't sleep, what keeps you up at night? True crime. I love true crime, but we have a very strained and toxic relationship because it does in fact make me extraordinarily paranoid. Like up at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, freaking out because I think somebody's gonna break in and like this is the day I'm gonna die type paranoid. Like constantly looking over my shoulder even in the daylight type paranoid. I'm on a true crime cleanse. I'm cleansing myself of true crime because I'm about to attempt to be independent on my own for the first time very soon, and I can't be paranoid doing all of those things. I need to be like living life, you know, thinking smart, but not thinking that every single person that I come across is going to kill me, you know? What do you consider the ultimate comfort food? Like ramen, pizza, pasta, all those orange-ass foods, any orangey-ass food. I love it, I love it, I love it. Cheese, dairy. I am lactose intolerant, but I feel like I have reversed that over years and years of consuming dairy. So, you know, if you're lactose intolerant, just keep eating it, and then one day your body will be like, okay, I guess this bitch just won't quit. And it'll stop giving you toots as aggressively. Would you rather be an expert at one thing or pretty good at many things? I would prefer to be a jack of all trades, but a master of none. I just feel like, and what I'm coming to learn too in life, I don't know, you don't have to be good at one thing or only like one thing or only pursue one thing. Like I feel like when you grow up in society, they would have you believe that, you know, once you graduate high school, you're supposed to go to college and then do one career and then do that career for the rest of your life and then find the one and then marry that one and then be with that one for the rest of your life. And I don't think that's entirely realistic. I have many interests and I'm not quite sure which one will necessarily take off for me, but that is something to be excited about, not to be worried about. If money was no object, what would you buy? So if money was no object right now, I would be on a plane to Japan because I want to visit Japan at least. And frankly, I want to study abroad there. Like I want to learn the language there, but it costs thousands upon thousands of dollars. And I don't have it like that at all. But if money was no object, I would definitely be in like a language school in Japan, being like, oh my gosh, it's in Japan! Or on another note, can I have two things? Can I have two things with this question? I would pay out, well, I was gonna say I would pay off my debt, but as I am recording this, we're still in like the area with the student loan forgiveness thing, so I don't want to pay like $13,000 and then the government or whoever decides our fate was like, actually, you know what, Biden, you can do that plan. Go for it. And then I paid like an extra $10,000 I didn't need to pay. What are the qualities that attract you most in a love interest? Let's stay heteronormative today. So what I'm looking for, who says that? So what I'm looking for in a man is emotional intelligence. Is this a hot take? Here we go. Here we go. I personally feel as though not all, some to a lot of, but not all Men have like very low emotional intelligence. Like that's what they're lacking the most, and like that's why they have like so much, one, audacity, but two, just you hear all of these like horror stories about them because they're just like emotionally like not, they ain't got it yet. So I would ideally be looking for a man who has it on like a basic level. Like I'm not saying he needs to be like a professional therapist or anything. Just like not annoying. Okay. Just like normal. Just like I just want a normal relationship. I just want something sweet, you know, where I like him and he likes me back, and there's no games. There's no games. You don't have to play hard to get. I just want to love and be loved. And I think everybody wants that. But so many things happen to people at various points in their lives that it makes that simple concept very difficult to do. I mean, if you're not funny, then I guess it's just like emotional intelligence and like handsome. But if you're funny, you like haha funny, like you make me laugh and you're like charismatic or whatever, then you could be like dog fucking ugly. And you know what? Sign me up! I really like a funny guy. I'm not really into smart men either. So if you want to talk about like intellectual stuff, I'm not the person to do that with. I like them nice and dumb. I like them funny and dumb and stupid. If you had to choose only one, would you pick a dog or a cat? A cat! I'm a kitty person. When I came out of the womb, I came crawling like a cat. And I would often like crawl around as a kid and pretend to be a cat. Even on the beach, I would like kick up sand into my eyes as I was like, you know, pretending to be a cat. My first pet was a cat, and if I would get another pet, I do like dogs, but I'd probably get another cat. If you had to live in another time period, what would you choose? Okay, so I have thought about this question. I would choose 50s, no racism, 90s, no racism, and like 50s because like I would just love like the 50s that they that they had pictured in like movies, like on the media and stuff, of like, oh, like who's gonna invite me to the sock hop? Like I want somebody to take me. I really wish Johnny would take me on a date so we can go get a malt, so we can drink malts together, and then he would ask me to go steady. Like, I love that! The floofy, like, poodle skirts and like staying in the kitchen and cooking for your man. Not that part. But I would adore that vibe. But I couldn't adore that vibe because I am black, so I'm pretty sure segregation was very much in its prime, and I would not be having any fun of that variety. But I would certainly be having a time. 90s, there was like, every decade, it doesn't matter, there's, especially in America, there's always gonna be like a shit ton of just crazy like racial tension. But the 90s seems fun as well. Just like, once again, it was like the media that they put out, like the fashion was fun. I love it when everybody started like tweezing their eyebrows like really aggressively. The chokers, the music. A 90s Azure would be having some fun. But then I do think about like, if I went back in time, knowing what I know now, like going from the internet to no internet is like, okay, like now if I want to know something, I have to go to the library and find a book. I have to ask somebody. We are so spoiled in this day and age where you can just be like, how long were like Sonny and Cher married for? I don't know. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, 10 years. Do you know what I mean? What does your name mean and why was it given to you? So my name means blue in Old French. At least that's what I looked up on Google. And when I asked my mom, she said she wanted me to have like options as vast as the ocean. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end it today. That's like pretty much all of me. That's all of me, loves all of you. Yeah, I think I should stick to my day job.